Rio Sociedad 0, Manchester United 1. That's how the game of football really ended. 1. It's the result, sorry, it's the win we wanted. The number of points we wanted were 3, and we got them. But the number of goals that we are really required for to go on and really hit this team, obviously, never really matured to the level we wanted to go on. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys? And where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment, and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, we are really going to go in the playoff round. We are going to play a team coming in from the Champions League. And out of those teams in the Champions League, I believe, let me check them out. Champions League teams to Europa. All right. I know most of you are not really happy, but I believe that you are really going to go on and really watch this video because we are here to dissect this game of football and what it means for Manchester United. More 2 extra games guaranteed for Manchester United. That is really, 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 really hard for me, and I cannot even take it. I feel that we are really destined to a number of games. Reason being, we are not assured of really going ahead to get backing in the January transfer window, and I don't believe the Glazers are really going to go ahead and really get that done for us. So when you look at the third place teams, Ajax, Barcelona, Juventus, Leverkusen, Salzburg, Sevilla, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Sporting CP. So Ajax, Juventus, I believe we can really win these teams. But obviously, it's not a result you'll go on and really brag about. I've seen someone coming in the comment section telling me that, oh, very nice win for Manchester United. No nice win for Manchester United unless you don't support us. Because I don't care us going this side, but my worry is those 2 extra games you're going to play. That's my worry. That's my worry. I know we'll go on and proceed because by the time our team will have really gotten loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of cohesion, but the number of games are accumulating. You see, I don't really like how we have really gone ahead to go and really lose this game of football because to me, I believe this is a loss. However much we've won it by 1-0, I see it as a loss. To me, it's a loss. I don't know what you think about it, but obviously, let me go through and really break it down for you. In the 18th minute, Manchester United really had an effort that Ronaldo really created for Alejandro Garnacho, and Garnacho went in for that shot that really went into the back of the net. Very nice taken shot, and I believe it was a game plan executed very well because Erik ten Hag knew that if we are to pass through the central axis of Rio Sociedad, it would have been hard for us because maybe he's not having Sancho, he's not having Anton, he's not having Anton Martial, meaning that his execution, cutting inside and really breaking that midfield down would have been hard. What he did was to go on and really try to go for the wide areas. And you saw how that goal came about. That ball was hit wide. Bruno headed it. I think it found Donny van Beek. Donny van Beek gives it to Ronaldo. Ronaldo concentrates down and really finds that pass to find Alejandro Garnacho. And Alejandro Garnacho really laid that ball into the back of the net to make it 1-0 for Manchester United. And obviously, Alejandro Garnacho went ahead to celebrate with Cristiano Ronaldo, as you see them there on the screen. Alejandro Garnacho is really one of those players that believes Ronaldo is really the GOAT and he loves him a lot. And obviously, for the second game in a row in the UEFA Europa League, he's playing with him. So, Alejandro Garnacho got us that goal, and I believe he only had a fantastic first half. Second half, he dropped off to an extent of us not even remembering any of the things that really had to do. And guess the celebration he went for? He went for that celebration of Ronaldo, and it shows you how much he holds him in high esteem at Manchester United. Alejandro Garnacho scoring his first goal for Manchester United. That is the senior team. I've never seen him score for United. If at all you remember him scoring for United, you can remind me, but he never really went ahead to really do the needful and really score for United, not until today when he found us that goal that came in early enough. That goal coming in early enough, I really thought that it had given us an edge to go on and really look for a second when Ronaldo had a very good chance after pressing very hard and winning that ball, flipping it over the goalkeeper, and it went over the bar. That is Cristiano Ronaldo for you. But I don't remember any other clear-cut chance that we had. Our creativity was low. We were not so much impressive going forward and never saw Luxury really bring in perfect crosses. And that's what I told you at the beginning of the game. Sorry, before this game started in the match build-up, that if at all we are to kill off this game, one thing we should really tie ourselves onto. One, crosses coming in from the wide areas, because we are having one of the best headers of the ball. And did we find Ronaldo a header? No, we didn't. We didn't. And I don't want to see anyone blaming Ronaldo onto this live. What would he have done? We were not, our creativity was really lacking. It was really lacking, and we went into we found ourselves into a situation of not really being good because the creativity was really low. And I was so shocked today with the lineup that we started with today. I really want to be exact. Where is that lineup? You see, this is where I ask yourself that you are having Danny Van Beek, Christian Eriksen, and Casemiro, but we couldn't play through the central axis. This really shocked me. It shocked me a lot. It really shocked me a lot, and asked myself, then why did he start this midfield? If at all he really had to go for such efforts, he would have brought in players like Scott McTominay and Freddie to go for intensity. That's it. Look at it. This midfield, Casemiro, Eriksen, and Danny Van Beek, I thought we were really going to go ahead and really go through that midfield of Real Sociedad very easily, like a knife through butter. And by the end of the first half, I really reminded myself on what Thomas Donko told me during the match build-up. I really never agreed with him. I told him, no, it's really going to be a midfield win for Manchester United. And obviously, we never won that midfield. And Thomas Donko, you are right. You are right. I really opposed what you said because I looked at Eriksen and Casemiro into this down midfield pivot. I know that they are good on the ball. And Danny Van Beek being one of the best passers of the ball in this position, I thought was really going to play very well and dominate this midfield alongside Eriksen and Casemiro. But did we? No. No. They never allowed us to play. They never allowed us to play. And that's why you saw that it was hard for us to play into or through the central axis. And you saw very many times Diego Dello getting this ball and passing it close to Luxury, because the dynamics of these three in the midfield was really lacking. They never moved. They never showed they loved the ball. And this is where I ask myself, why did Ten Hag take long to make subs? Because I believe, to me, if I was Eric Ten Hag, I was going to make my first substitution at halftime. Get off Danny Van Beek. I don't blame him, by the way. I'm not here to blame Danny Van Beek, but because he has been out for so long. So that's the result of him playing like this. He's just trying to find himself, but he never put a pass wrong. Each and every time he got the ball, he really used it rightly. But these two, Eriksen and Casemiro, never got him on the ball a lot. They never got him on the ball a lot. And you never saw us active into the final third area of a team of Real Sociedad. That really made our creativity short. So I believe it's we who really made this job hard, because the only chance that these people had, let me show you this chance. This is the only clear chance this team had. It shows you that defensively we are tight. Defensively, we are really a very, 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 very tight team, and it's hard for us to break down. That is a positive, that if gone ahead to keep another clean sheet away in Spain, obviously it's something to celebrate about, but we are out. We are into the playoff round. This is the shot that they really had that was really deadly onto the goal of Manchester United, saved by David De Gea. You see, David De Gea going for that shot, and when he really blocked that ball from going into his goal, it really went back to this guy of Real Sociedad, and guess what happened? He really went ahead for this shot, and David De Gea saved that ball, and it went into the corner kick. It shows you the quality of the player that David De Gea is. And in the game of West Ham, he did the same thing. 3 worldies he pulled up, and today he has made a world double save. That is it. That is it. And I think you people remember it very well. He made a double world-class save. So David De Gea did his job, but the people up front never did their job. And the people in the back four did their job. Dello, fantastic. Lisandro Martinez, Lindero, fantastic. Luke Shaw played very well, but the people up front really denied us the second goal, because it was really a very good gesture for us to get a goal in the 17th minute, but later we did go ahead and really do the needful and really win. This save reminds me that double save that David De Gea made when Jose Mourinho was still here. If I do remember that game that ended 3-2 in favor of Manchester United when Paul Pogba was given a red card, David De Gea made a double save like this on Alexis Sanchez before he crossed to Manchester United. You get? But for him, he was even close here, near the post here, and he made a double save. And today he has made a world-class double save. That is David De Gea for Manchester United. So I believe he's really one of the best goalkeepers that we have in the world, and people underrate his ball distribution. But I believe today, that goal we score is all about David De Gea's best ball distribution. Did you see how it started? We played and played and played. Lisandro Martinez played back to find David De Gea. David De Gea goes for a long ball. It finds Bruno. Bruno heads it. It finds Danny Van Beek. Danny finds Ronaldo. Ronaldo really finds Alejandro Garnacho. And Garnacho passes into the box and obviously hits it into the net of the goal of Sociedad, and we made it 1-0. So it shows you that David De Gea is really improving. And I don't know whether people are going to go ahead and really give him the flowers, because people are really going to go ahead and really credit Garnacho, but credit the goalkeeper who really came out with that pass. And that goal is a training goal. It's a training goal. It is a goal that was trained, that every time we try to execute that onto the right side, onto the left side where there was Alejandro Garnacho, Luke Shaw, and very many others, it failed. But Bruno, Danny Van Beek, and Ronaldo crafted it out very well, and obviously it resulted into what we call that goal that United really went ahead to have in the 17th minute. So smash the like button, comment, and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, lower right bottom corner, and tell me what you think about this game of football of United. And you know that after I really tell you my thoughts, I'm going to jet down into your comments and really break them down and really give you my analogy as far as the game of football was concerned down in Spain. So the other chance that Alejandro Garnacho got is this one. Obviously, he slid and never really went in for a shot, but he really took them off very well, and obviously he put it over the bar. But I have a concern here. Look, why aren't we having very many numbers in the tennis box area? Look at Bruno. Look at, this is Shaw, this is Ericsson, and this is Ronaldo. Ronaldo is having two players marking him. They're even having an extra man in here for you. We have to be having numbers here. You see, this is where we miss players like Anthony, because when Alejandro Garnacho is that position, you're 100% sure that Bruno, you're 100% sure that Anthony is going to be here, giving us width, and we lack balance of the right attacking side of the midfield. And obviously, even in the game of West Ham, you saw how we lacked balance of Anthony. You see, people will always come out and hail players when they score goals. But even when a player doesn't score goals, there are things that they add to this team and help us play and our ball distribution to be better. You are going to see that game of West Ham, Anthony never played. Our ball distribution was not all that good. You get? Today, we've not been having Anthony, and we lacked the balance of the right attacking side of the midfield. So look at Bruno, because Bruno is the man who was supposed to be here. But look at him. He's here with Donny van Beek. So he is so much used to playing this side and cannot manage the discipline. And this entire area was all empty. So I believe we have to pray to it that our players really return back early enough, especially Anthony Martial, and Sancho. Trust me, in a game like this, Sancho would have helped us a lot. One, we needed the person to do the hold-up play and really find that pure pass. We never had that player. Alejandro Garnacho is not that kind of player who is going to go up and really do the hold-up play, obviously, to find a pass. No, he's a pace merchant, and that will come in later in his game. Right about now, that's not part of him. It's not in his DNA. He is a person who runs straight, as you see him here, and obviously finds a shot and maybe does otherwise. So Sancho, Anton Martial, and Anthony, we missed them today. Obviously, Nachitende really told me during the match build-up that we are also going to miss those three. We are also lacking some players. Obviously, we've missed them today because if Anthony is in this team, you are 100% sure that this area is not going to be blank like this. And our creativity really looked low. It was really low. It was really low. And I want to know how many crosses did we put into the box, because we couldn't win any because we are not perfect. A lot of pressure piling on us, and I expected United to go on and really calm down, having really scored that goal. I expected us to calm down, having really gotten that goal, but we never at all calmed down, meaning that a lot of pressure was onto the players. And it shows you that there is a level at which these players have not yet reached. Their mindset has not yet reached at a level of really killing off games like this one, because in a game like this, we just had to go on and really calm down. We've gotten one goal. Let's calm down. After calming down, let's find another moment. Though we had found another moment and Ronaldo hit it over the bar, but did we create another one? Did we create another one? The creativity of United was really lacking, and today it really lacked. And I never liked the way we played in this game of football as we took on a side which goes by the name of Sociedad. And obviously, we are really doing badly. That's it. I'm not loving the way we play today. I want to be exact, and let no one lie to you that I'm going to come out and really hail a player, because if you are to be asked who is the man of the match, who is he? Who is he? I think everyone is going to go for Garnacho because he scored that one goal. But Garnacho, Lisandro Martinez, and David De Gea, to me, they are the three players that stood out for me. They are the three players that stood out. The rest were really average. Casemiro was average. Danny Van Beek was average. Eriksen was average. Ronaldo was average. Bruno Fernandes was average. You get? And Alejandro Garnacho, apart from that goal, had nothing to do in that game of football. So I won't really give him criticism because he is young. He got us the most important goal of the game, and the senior players failed to go on and really add on to that goal. So I can't go out and really blame him that way. So I believe no player, apart from those three, I don't see any other player who really stood out in this game of football. So we need to go on the drawing board. And let's wait and see what things are going to happen. Now, look at what happened. Look at what happened. 13 shots. United had 4. 4 shots on target. 1 by United, meaning that in the entire game, I think ever since the season started, the only game that we got 1 shot on target, there is no game we played when having 1 shot on target. Is that game there? Even the game of Brentford, let me check the game of Brentford, because I believe it was the worst game that we played. Let me check the game of Brentford. Brentford 4. Brentford 4, 0 Man United. Let me see how many shots did we have on target in that game of football. Let me show you. This is the worst game we've played. And I agree with you, Nachitende. The worst game we've played this season is this one. This is the worst game we've played. Worst game we've played. Look at the game of Brentford. It ended 4-0. You see, 13 shots by Brentford. We had 15. You see, here we've had 4. 7 shots on target by Brentford. United had 4 shots on target. Now look at this game. We had 4 shots, 1 on target. In the only game, this is the only game we played this season, and we've had only 1 shot on target. It shows you how ugly we've been in this game of football. That's it. We've been so ugly that we didn't even go ahead to to create more. And how would you expect a team to go on and really have more than 1 goal when it had only 1 shot on target? That's it. We are very ugly. 47% ball possession by Real Sociedad, 53% by Manchester United, but obviously we never passed a lot in their final third. You get? And they looked threatening more in their final third. And I think what led to that, we are playing a high line, and for them they are playing a deep line. That's it. But obviously, even us having this possession, it was not a threat. And obviously, these are things Ten Hag is going to sit down and tell the players that, please, we can't play an entire game of football when we need a goal difference of 2 and we only have 1 shot on target. Now, 412 passes completed by Sociedad, 459 passes completed by Manchester United, 75% passing accuracy, 78% passing accuracy. I think this is the lowest we've had ever since we started to go on and really win those games against Liverpool. 5 fouls by Sociedad, 11 by Manchester United, 2 yellow cards by Sociedad, 3 yellow cards to Manchester United, Bruno, Ronaldo, and Diego Dallo. Then red cards, 0 to both sides, 1 offside to Real Sociedad, 2 to Manchester United, 5 corners by Sociedad, and we had only 2 corners. Guys, ugly performance put up today. Very ugly. What shows you that this performance was ugly? One of the best players on the field of play is 18 years of age, Alejandro Garnacho. The other one is the goalkeeper. You get? The other one is Lisandro Martinez, a defender, meaning that we did more of defending than attack, and this team really got us to the nerves where they really wanted us to be. So, guys, we had a very brilliant display. This is not how you go ahead and really act when you want your team to win a game of football. Not so. And I heard the commentator very well as I watched that game of football that this is not how a team that is looking for another goal should go on and really play, because even us getting a win doesn't see us go through to the round of 16. Meaning that we had to go on and really do the needful and really find ourselves a win, not so, or another goal, and then do the needful, but we couldn't do it. And obviously, Ten Hag has a lot of questions to answer for me. Let me get into your comments. I'm having Nashton Esther. They played a bad game, poor performance. You're right, it was a poor performance. Then I said that lineup has been slow. How can you bench Rashford? But benching Rashford, even if they brought him on, what did he do? Rashford did nothing. He did nothing because he had no supply. He had no supply. And that was the same problem to Alejandro Garnacho and Ronaldo. They had no supply. That's it. Even when Rashford came on through, he did nothing. So in that game of football, I believe the manager really got the tactics wrong this time around. To an extent that even brought Harry Maguire to play as a centre forward. He went long. He went for long balls. And obviously, even when he went for long balls, how many long balls did Harry Maguire win? I don't remember any. So that was a tactic gotten wrong. If at all Harry Maguire contributed to a goal, then it would have been right. But right now, it was a wrong tactic for Erik ten Hag to go in for Harry Maguire. Because for me, it reached an extent and said, why don't you bring on Anthony Elanga? Because Bruno's delivery of the right was poor. The entire game, it was poor. I think we needed to go on and really bring in someone who could spread all wide in that pitch and could bring in some pace to go on and really do the needful. If at all you're having Rashford and Anthony Elanga and Ronaldo through the middle, obviously expect that to happen. But you bring in Scott McTominay, and this is the third time I'm seeing Scott McTominay being brought on the field of play, and he's playing ahead of Eriksen and Casemiro. How in the world does Erik ten Hag think that Scott McTominay is supposed to be playing ahead of those two? I believe Scott McTominay is supposed to be playing in the double pivot with Casemiro and Eriksen playing ahead of them. That's it. And this is where you come out and don't blame even him a lot, even Ten Hag a lot, because who do you want him to play there? Because he wanted Frankie de Jong, and I remember it was Esther and someone else when we were discussing about Jude Bellingham or Frankie de Jong. In this game of football, you have Frankie de Jong and Casemiro in the double pivot. You're 100% sure of crafting that game from the central midfield and obviously creating lots of chances. And that's what never happened in this football. So Ten Hag really got lots of substitutions wrong, according to me. I believe that of Rashford was right, but why do you bring on Scott McTominay and you let him play ahead of Eriksen? For the third time, he's doing it. He's doing it for the third time. I don't know why he's doing it. I can't tell why he keeps on doing it. Then I'm having a Debare or Payemi. Ronaldo is not playing anything, aging. To me, I don't blame Ronaldo today. I believe he was not fading enough. Because I really thought that he was going to go on and really get crosses in. He never got any. Ronaldo, nice. Rokani, nice win. What next for our boys? There is no nice win. There is no nice win because we are going to play another game in the playoff with teams coming from the Champions League. It's not a nice win. Not a nice win. But we are playing Aston Villa next away. Then I'm having Akora, Jacob Abraham. We have a problem with the manager. No problem with Erik ten Hag. You know, when a manager goes in a type of a game like this, when Anton Martial would have helped you a lot in a game like this because he acts well in tight spaces and would give you a hold-up play, he's not physically fit. Anthony, another one, would have given you balance of the right wide area. He's having an injury. Another Sancho player who would have gone ahead to do the needful in this game is also injured. You are short of options, not so? And obviously, just go on and really fumble out to get a result. And obviously, got it, but it was not the one we really wanted. But I believe Ten Hag is not having any problem. You see, the game of football is like mathematics. An equation can be given to you. You either get it right or wrong. But I believe in most of the games we're going to have to play, Ten Hag has gotten them right. And we are here because of the referee's decision that he took against Sociedad, that penalty. That penalty, it was never a penalty. That's why we are here. Don't forget easily. We are here because of that decision that was taken by the referee, a ball that struck the thigh of Lisandro Martinez first and then struck his hand, and the referee pointed into the spot. If we had gone ahead to draw that game of football, we would have been 3 points ahead of Sociedad. We'd have been winning that game of football today, and obviously, it would have been game done. So we are here because of that decision of the referee, but the manager had really done his job. Then we are having Jacob Bomenya. CR7 missed that one, and only goal. I'm hurt anyway. His assist was perfect. Ronaldo gave us the assist. And obviously, they never got him with the ball a lot. And I don't want to see anyone blaming Ronaldo. Why should Ronaldo get blamed? He's the one who contributed for the first goal, responsible for that assist. He did his job. Whenever the team needed him, he was there. How many balls did Ronaldo got and failed to execute them into the back of the net? Even that chance that he missed, it was because he pressed. It was not that a player of United passed him through. He pressed and got that ball and hit it over the bar. That's it. This next Cristiano Ronaldo, you will see. I think he's talking about Alejandro Garnacho. This Chaze Juma, hey Rokani, we have played badly today. Very badly, very badly. I think we've even played badly than how we played against Brighton and Brentford. I think we played badly. You see, getting a result of 1-0 and not going in through with such a bad display, I think you rather beat me and I play good football. That's it. I think Van Bing was also dead. I don't blame Donny. Because, you see, how many times did you see these midfielders get Donny Van Beek on the ball in the final third of the opponent? Donny had to drop deep to get the ball, meaning that Eriksson and Casemiro never did their job. Donny Van Beek last played the game of football in the game of Brighton, not so? I think Brentford. And he got an injury. Ever since then, he has not been playing competitive football. And you expect him to be rusty. Not so. He's rusty. He's just trying to come back and play this game of football. But obviously, he didn't do that, reason being the double pivot of Casemiro and Eriksson was not proactive. It really sat so deep to an extent that they couldn't even create chances and really pass that ball through the central axis to connect the midfield to the attack. And obviously, that is the job of Eriksson, but he never did it. But Casemiro did his protection and protect the back four very, very well. And you see, Casemiro was so much targeted by the team of Sociedad. They really fouled him a lot, and they never allowed us to play. They slowed down the game a lot. They really threw themselves down a lot in the first half. That's why they added 3 minutes. Have you ever had, how many times have you had in the game of football when in the first half they added 3 minutes? It shows you that there was a lot of fouls and really game wasting, or time wasting. Then I'm having Chazejuma. What you're saying is the fact. Our midfield has played badly. Why did he bench Rashford? That's a game plan. But even when Rashford was brought on, he never really scored. In the game of Sheffield Old Trafford, Rashford was benched. After Rashford was benched, He came on and scored. No one blamed the manager. But even when Rashford was brought onto the field of play, he did nothing because the midfield couldn't connect to the midfield, was not connected to the attack. No chances were created. We had only one shot on target. And I don't even remember a chance that really came in through and I said, oh, we would have scored that. No way. No way. Are these players dropping off? That's the big question that we need to see in the game of Aston Villa, because they've won, but they switched off. I never saw them put in that dying attitude. The intensity really slowed down a lot. Let's play the game of Aston Villa and see how these players are going to go ahead and really react. I'm not happy about Rashford. What kind of playing is that? Yeah, you see, when players like Rashford play like that, obviously you don't have to blame them. They were not given the balls they deserve to get. The problem was the midfield. That's it. Eriksen, Casemiro, defensively tight, but going forward and creating chances, they didn't do the needful. That's it. They never did the needful. And obviously, they formed themselves into a position of not really getting into threatening positions to create chances for the likes of Rashford, Ronaldo, and Bruno Fernandes. Why did he bring on Maguire the front three instead of Elanga? He wanted us to go long because I believe he had discovered that we couldn't go ahead and really break them down. To me, it was a mistake done. It would have been right if at all it really gave us right results, but Harry Maguire never won even a single header. Tall as he is, nothing happened. I believe it was supposed to be Elanga into that position. Then from Kenya, Nairobi, Rashford should be in the game today. Why did he bench him for real? This really means coach has a problem on planning. That's no problem, because even when they brought him on, he did nothing. So Ten Hag did nothing. For me, two substitutions he did that I questioned. One, why do you bring on Scott McTominay and you play him ahead of Eriksen? Casemiro can get that ball from the back four and obviously pass it. Put Casemiro and Scott McTominay in the double pivot and let Eriksen play in the advanced areas of the midfield. That is, as a central attack midfielder. Then the other one is that of Harry Maguire. Bring him on as a centre forward. That really blew away my understanding. That's it. David, I told you, because the Spanish guys know how to pass the ball. United, we are in transition. Yeah, you told me that, and I really accepted at the beginning of the video that we had to go on and really do the needful. We had to go on and do the needful, but our midfield was really overpowered, and I don't know what really happened. Then Nachitende Esther, poorest Ronaldo, Dalot I ever seen. Yeah, Dalot played very well. I think after De Gea, because that double save of David De Gea is the only one they had to save. It was really a very fantastic save that really went to him. Double save, world class. Then Lisandro Martinez played very well. Alejandro Garnacho and Dalot. Yeah, Dalot really put in a very good performance today, and he was really relentless. That is Diego Dalot. Then Augustin Sasubila. Rashford was supposed to start this game, and where is Anthony again? Midfielders did nothing. Slow ball passing. Yeah, that's it. Talking about slow ball passing, you see, even the goal that we scored, it was all about one-touch football. 2 headers, 1 pass to Alejandro Garnacho, boom, into the back of the net. Talking about Anthony's really having an injury, but the manager is telling us that he's really recovering from injury. Then Rashford is not a big deal, guys, because in the position where you're supposed to be playing, it's where we got our first goal from. Alejandro Garnacho went ahead and really buried that chance and made it 1-0 for Manchester United. And when Rashford came on through, I don't remember anything he did. So Rashford was not the problem. The problem was the midfield. Casemiro and Eriksen were the problem, because they're the ones supposed to get that ball and give it to Donny van Beek. So I believe we should all settle to that. The problem was the midfield. I can't blame any player who was playing in the forward positions. No way, because they never got the ball. This is the poorest performance in Nachitende Esther. You're right. It's even worse than the loss of Brighton and Brentford. But I'm blaming Ten Hag. How can you bench Rashford? Guys, we watch this game of football differently. But there is no way I can blame Ten Hag or not bring on Rashford. He brought him on. What did Rashford do? Nothing. He couldn't do nothing. Even if you brought on Messi in that game of football, nothing would have happened. No one can get the ball from the midfield and really get it to the attack when you are a forward. A forward has to be fed in by the midfielders. And the midfield was dead. It was dead. The midfield was really dead. I'm scared of Aston Villa on Sunday. I'm not scared, guys. I'm not scared because, you see, this game of football away was really hard. It was really hard. Very hard. And I thought it was going to be an easy one for us to kill off, especially if at all we get the goal. We got a goal fast in the first 20 minutes. Obviously, that happened. But we failed to act like a team that is really having senior players. Because the reason why I'm blaming Casemiro and Ericsson is that they have a vast experience as far as playing such games is concerned. But their experience never really helped us in the midfield. They could have really used their brains because all of them are really good on the ball. They know what to do. You get? They know what to do, but they couldn't go ahead and really do it. That really blew my understanding away. Thomas Donker, the manager, should take the blame. What blame is Erik ten Hag taking? You see, in the game of football, the manager gives you instructions on how to play. But with the experience of Casemiro, Ericsson in that midfield, they had to improvise because football, what makes you exceptional in football is your improvisation. You see, the way you improvise really makes you different. Ten Hag has to change his tactics, and he did the same during West Ham. Why did he take off Lindelof and also bring Harry Maguire to play striking role too? For that was a mistake. That was a mistake. It was a mistake for bringing on Harry Maguire. That's it. Bruno has been off. Yeah, he has been off. He has been off in the previous 3 games. I think he dropped off. From the game of. I think he dropped off from the game of Shelf. Apart from that cross he brought in, what else did he do? Then, in the game of West Ham, he was off too. This is his 3rd game. He's also off. The good thing is that he's going to be rested. Let him rest. Maybe he required that rest and has been playing a lot of games and he needs to rest. You get? Let him rest. We were lucky that we played a poor team. All players looked confused. I believe that the seniority never helped us. But to me, I salute the goalkeeper. I salute the back four. They really played very well. And the young one, Alejandro Garnacho. To be playing a game of such a magnitude with a huge pressure on it, you come out and really put in such an execution. Obviously, he deserves to be hailed. Then, personally, I take my blame to the coach. You see, when the coach gives instructions, it's different on the field of play. It's the players to put them into action. And the players never really put them into action. Why did you want Erik ten Hag to do? Believe nothing. You saw him pushing them, telling, go forward, go forward, go forward. But they couldn't. What would you want him to do? For me, I think he should have bring on Freddie early. You see, the substitutes that were made, apart from Harry Maguire and Scott McTominay, the rest I think we are on point. Then Rashford, Freddie, great. Apart from Harry Maguire and Scott McTominay. I believe we never needed Scott McTominay in this game. That's it. We never needed him. We never. And if I were Erik ten Hag, I would have gone in for Ronaldo and Rashford. You get? So, but he put them there to lead the line with no service. That's it. Bruno was playing wing, but anytime he's in the middle, he didn't cross the ball in the first half. Yeah, that's it. You're right. Instead of playing the wing, he really cut inside a lot in the midfield where his role was not. He failed to control the ball, poor passing, and I'm really disappointed by Ericsson, Cast, and Bruno. That's it. So the midfield betrayed us. That's it. If at all you lose the midfield battle. Obviously, it's hard for you to win the game. We are lucky that we won that game of football and we got that one goal. But obviously, if the midfield played far much better, especially Casemiro and Eriksen at their level, we would have gotten a result. That's it. But made no result. Reason being, Casemiro, Eriksen played poorly. Then we are having Cedric Odi. Bruno has been off since. He switched on for certain games. In the games of Spurs, he switched on. In the game of Chelsea, he switched on a bit. Game of Newcastle was off. The game of Liverpool won, he switched on. There are certain games Bruno switched on, but the previous 3 games, Bruno has been really off. Bruno has been off since the game of Chelsea. He has been totally off. So guys, thank you very much for watching in this channel. Obviously, this is the United Matters channel, and I love you guys. Thank you for watching in. And obviously, I'm calling it a day for now, and I'm going to return with the player ratings and the manager's reaction. And thank you guys for watching in. All of you that have been onto this live, it's always nice to have you. Sign out for now. See you later.